Your legacy is the totality of what you are going to leave behind at the end of your days. We all want to know that our lives mattered. At the end of it all, we want to be sure that our lives mattered. That's why we all dream of tomorrow. To one, tomorrow might just be the next second. To another, it might be the next day. To another, the next week, the next month, even the next year. What tomorrow looks like to you determines how you live today. You're welcome to this session, and we are talking about legacy. Legacy and purpose go together. To be able to fulfill your purpose, there is the need for a sense of legacy about everything that you do. Apart from the great men and women who have been influencing our lives and are still influencing our lives today and making life happen for us, helping us, teaching us, curing us when we get sick, when we go to the hospitals, teaching us in schools, the great military men and women that are ensuring that our bodies are safe, and the great teachers of our times. Apart from all these great men and women, the foundations of our stories have been laid by people who are dead and gone. And that is why we cannot live today to chance. That is why we cannot live today to luck. That is why today is the day you begin to establish legacy. That is why today is the day you begin to establish a sense of legacy in everything that you do. Living a life of purpose requires a sense of legacy in everything that you do. Today, I'm going to be giving us 3 keys, 3 ideas that will help us foster this sense of legacy in what we do. The first, which I'm giving us, is intentionality, which I already mentioned. You see, being intentional about all your intentions and about all your actions is the one huge way you prepare yourself to live a life of legacy and to leave a legacy at the end of your days. Because the big things, the big stuff, and the small stuff, they all come together at the end of it all. They all come together to make this word legacy. What you decide to do, what you decide not to do, the people you decide to let in your life, the people you decide to keep out of your life, the books you choose to read, the books you decide not to read, the people whose lives you choose to touch, the people whose lives you decide not to touch, the places you decide to go, the places you choose not to go. All this culminates into that word legacy. The picture you have of tomorrow determines what you do today, even what you eat. It's about being intentional in all our intentions and in all our actions. That is the key in preparing yourself to live a life of legacy. The next point I'll be sharing with us in preparing yourself for legacy, in fostering that life of legacy, is planning. In planning, what I mean is you don't leave tomorrow without planning tomorrow. You don't leave the next week without planning the next week. You don't step into the next month without planning the next month. You don't step into the next year without planning the next year. It's about designing your life, choosing to design your life, and living a life by design instead of a life by chance and a life by luck. What you see of tomorrow determines how you live today. What plans do you have in place? Are you living your life to chance? Living a life of legacy is an intentional commitment that you make to yourself and to the world. Therefore, it cannot be left to chance. The next idea I'm giving us today is investing in yourself. Because investing in yourself is the greatest gift you will give to yourself and to posterity. Tell you a story. When my kids were younger, sometimes they'll come on like fever. In those days, fevers were caused by malaria. Those fevers were all caused by malaria. And I'll be thinking to myself, how I wish this fever would just leave my child and come on me so I can bear their pain and so my kids are free from this torment of this illness. And today I'm thinking to myself, what if those fevers actually left them and came on me and maybe something worse happened to me? Well, now I know that thinking wasn't the best thinking. Today, what do I want to do? I'm investing in myself. I'm developing myself. I'm building myself because I know my kids need a strong mom. The world needs me strong. The people I'm influencing, they need me strong. So investing in yourself is one of the ways you prepare yourself to live a life of legacy. What is that dream? What are you doing to foster it? What kinds of investments are you putting in yourself to ensure that that dream comes to pass? Investing in yourself is a great way to prepare to leave a legacy. Developing yourself, building yourself. Tell you what, we are going to look at a scripture today. That is Psalm 145 verse 4. That scripture tells us, one generation commends your works to another. They tell of your mighty acts. This is David, King David, talking about God. He says, one generation commends your works to another. One generation commending God's works to another generation. That sounds to me like legacy. It says, they tell of your mighty acts. Now I have an announcement to make. Today we are talking about this verse and we are mentioning King David who wrote it down. Do you know that tomorrow when people will be talking about the mighty acts of God, they will be mentioning those mighty acts of God side by side with your name, commending the works of God from one generation to another generation because you said yes to your purpose, because you said yes to your dreams, because you said yes to leaving a legacy. To be able to leave a legacy, you have to begin living your life of legacy today. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.